if not, we go all over the questions at the end of the presentation. Hi, Pramod. Nice to see you.
Hi, Jen. Nice to meet you too.
So we'll wait a bit. We'll talk a bit at the beginning, just to wait for the room to fill. I know that there's a lot of people that's supposed to attend right now, so we wait a couple of minutes, not too long. We had a presentation that went pretty well today. We are showcasing pretty much what is the user flow of the application, the VR application that we have. We also showcasing the bridge that we create to bring people from traditional learning management system to a more extended reality management system, learning management system, where the gamification is at heart. Basically, I don't need to convince anybody here that the gamification is a benefit for learning. It's been more than 10 years myself that I'm doing it. I'm doing it in the real world, and now since a couple of years that I've explored the VR technologies, I've understood that it was the future of learning and the future of gamification. Pramod, do you have anything to say about the event? What do you think about the event? We'll have a couple minutes of talk like this, and then we'll start the demo. Do the APK is ready to fire?
Yes, everything is ready with us. We just need to start the live. And it was previously it was a good demo we showcased. One moment, my battery is draining.
No problem. Yeah, the demo this morning we had. We're gonna send it on the socials, or if it's not already done, then you can see the replay of each demo that we will make. Since each demo have different questions, since different people attend each demo, we explain more and more the product to the world. So I think we'll start to speak about where the idea came from. I'll speak a bit about me. So I'm Philippe. I'm from Montreal, Canada. I'm the CEO and founder of Alteredux. I had an idea about the application that we're building now. In 2008, when I had our time, I fell in depression, and I had to find something to motivate me to get out of this situation and re-identify myself as a person and find other objectives. So since then, I've started thinking about an application in virtual reality. So the application took many phases. At the beginning, I wanted to do a nice social learning skills platform, which is still an idea right now, but the idea was pretty nice. I wanted to give it to everybody, and it was really nice, like spending money and just building something. But I really realized really fast that we needed a business model for a company to survive. So the idea changed a bit, and I thought about like the VR application challenges right now that all VR companies are facing. It's like the access of it, and to shift the minds of people getting into it. So I started thinking about a freelance market, and I started thinking about, okay, how can we connect people together, like all the education system. So we've built a web application to connect all those people. And we built the bridge to this from this web application to the VR world. So LMS and beyond. We'll going over the LMS, the standard of LMS, by going into the VR. But we start with traditional system that people know, and then we're shifting them with to the other systems that will be the systems of tomorrow, of course. And everybody that is attending right now this this event, I'm pretty sure they believe this also. So I started building this idea in 2018. I faces many challenges in entrepreneurship. Everybody know it's not an easy place. It's a wild place out there. So I had to refocus a couple of times. From then, I started refocusing at the end of 2019. In fall, in August, I started thinking about, okay, where are we going with that? And it's important, and the idea was perfect, and I was, okay, we need to materialize it. And since this time, I was educating myself. So I've educated myself. I've took course of Unity Associate. I took course of Microsoft expert, educator expert, and then Microsoft Azure cloud architecture, and then I took course with Amazon WS, and I took all the courses I could regarding what I wanted to build, so I could know what I'm talking about. So right now, with all the skills in hands, I started networking, and then I met Pramod. Pramod and I have built a professional relationship since then that became a friendship. And we are equally passionate about education and VR. It's driving us like crazy from 6 months from now, I think, Pramod, that we are together. It's quite a journey, and we are working our heads on the project maybe 18 hours a day, sometimes 20, and we try to invent some hours in a day so we can sleep. But it was important for us to bring the best solution out there as fast as we could. Since the beginning of the COVID situation, of course, we went on production a lot. We started develop more and more. We saw, like everybody saw, the needs right now of a remote solution that is immersive, that is engaging, and so we were working on that solution. So we had to work fast to bring the solution out there. And we worked fast, and and we have a team of 9 persons right now working all together: marketing, development, web development, all type of coding right now. Every people that are technical in the place know what is the challenges of development and communicating all those languages together. So right now we are 2 weeks of going out with our MVP, which will present both solution, a web solution and a VR solution. The solution is cross-platform and cross-play. It will be available on every device, phone and tablets, and web, desktop, and VR device, also cardboard. So the idea behind that is to create the mass adoption of the gamification and learning through games, learning through fun. It's been 10 years I'm doing that as a special care counselor in different schools with kids with disabilities. It's been, I've worked with kids with behavioral disabilities and also with kids with learning disabilities. I'm working right now. Most of the time it's with teenagers, but I have 4 years of experience with the elementary school also. So this is the background that we bring. Pramod, I don't know if you want to talk a bit of your background, and then we can start the demo. I'm pretty sure people can't wait to see what we have in our chest.
Uh, yes, Jin, I think let us show the demo and let us speak about.
Perfect.
Let me introduce.
Perfect. Let's jump in this. Pramod will go through the demo of the application. We'll I will tell you every feature. There are some features that we are keeping for the release, since it's fun to unbox something that you don't know what's inside sometime. So we have many features in the pipeline right now. Features that are you have to keep in mind that I'm in the domain of education from more than 10 years, and with kids with disabilities. So I know approximately everything what they need and what every challenges that a teacher can face, an educator can face in a virtual reality. So the application was built in this mind. Right now, yeah, you shared. There's always a little delay when I accept the screen, so it won't be long. The screen will connect. We are connecting right now.
Yes, I think you got a new connection request.
I'm pretty sure it will come in. Last time it did the same thing. It took about 30 to 45 seconds before it went live.
Yes.
So, so through this, we're going to show you the user flow, basically how the user will flow through the application and the different features. There are some features that we won't go all over, because those features are kind of the surprise, the key features. You will understand them since I'm going to talk about them, but we will release the imagery of it when the application will go live. Basically, the learning path is one of these features. There's many features about the natural language recognition and all those kind of AI feature that everybody wants, that we are implementing also in the application. So there will be a lot of really cool features in the application. So keep in mind that we are using cloud computing, AI, virtual reality, actually to make a solution that fits every need in education, all one-stop solution for the education sectors. That will also include WebRTC that will be connected all through both apps, the web app and the virtual app, so people can have a WebRTC presence in the virtual rooms. Yeah, it doesn't share until now. It's kind of long. Sometimes it takes some time before it log. Early this morning, it took maybe a minute or two before it logged. So I've accepted your screen, but right now it's not showing for now. But I'm pretty sure it will pop, and by the time we're speaking. So can you talk about the security feature right now? So we will skip this during the demo. The way that we encrypted the app.
Yes, yes, I'll. Basically, my name is Pramod, and I'm the product manager of Alteredux. And I and Jim met around 6 months ago, and we were discussing about this product, and we started working on this idea. And yeah, from my idea, we are building a productive product that is going to be come online in a couple of weeks. Yes, regarding the features, to discuss about the features of our application, the main key feature is the encryption of the data. It is strongly encrypted, and we have a platform that that is securely authenticated, and without the authentication, you cannot access the environment, and someone uh, cannot break the bridge and go in and do something in our application. It is completely encrypted. And yes, regarding, we have a lot of features and lot of things are coming down the line. uh, I can share, as I can tell you that in our application, we have a huge asset libraries, as Jim mentioned, and we have a lot of modules that is integrated with the AI methodologies to uh, keep the uh, to keep the things. Sorry, sorry. Let me connect it once again.
No problem, no problem. So we're still waiting for the screen of Pramod to connect right now. I've accepted it in the moderation panel, but right now it's not connected. Maybe you can resend another. We'll see if it connects. But for now, it's not connecting. We might have to ask the admin to connect us.
Yes, I have sent the request again. Yes, I was speaking about the product, and something happened over here. Yes, I was discussing about how the product is authenticated, and yes, as Jane discussed, we have a lot of a huge asset library which you can bring in, and which you can utilize as per your educational needs. Uh, there are a lot of modules we have developed, like you can take your students in an environment, and you can make them understand about that environment, and you can create some games. You can uh, there are a lot of to explain that. I think we need a complete day uh, to discuss about all the parts of our application. And yes, and the other key feature is we were discussing about the social welfareness inside the VR application, and that is what something that is very interesting that Jean and I discussed. It is going to come in future. Yeah, AI based host is going to communicate with you guys, and it is going to teach you the social values uh, and the moral values. That is one of our key feature.
Yes, we can. Well, maybe we can show him.
Yes.
It's because basically we are in a world where non-binary. We're going to in a world where we don't want to see like a segregation of race or sex or whatever. So we went through this idea. So we created an avatar that will help people through the application and help people in general. So it's a smart avatar that will also ask you how you go today. So most of people don't ask you that. Even if you're in an hospital, sometimes people don't even ask you how you are. They just look at you, and so it will act and interact in a certain way depending of how you respond to him. So this is basically a robot, but it will be a really smooth robot.
Yes.
I will still, just a minute, I will show you.
Yes, that is our avatar that is going to be in our application.
So here it is. This is Uni. The avatar that will guide people through the application. It's fully animated. It's a 3D model that we made. One of our team members, that's what I made. Is really skilled at it. He's a really nice 3D artist. He's working with us since the beginning of the app. It's a good addition to our team, as well as Mehdi, who's talking in the chat with you, is from Morocco. All our team members are from all around the world, so it brings us to have traction all around the world also. Right now, we have some people that we have discussed, some school and institution in India, and also in here in Canada. So it bring us to have like a global reach already, to have a global collaboration in the team. We also have a developer that is in Brazil. We work from all the clock around, so there's always somebody who's working on Alteredux at some time in the day. If it's not me, on my 20 hours of work, there's somebody that's filling the other hours. We still have some difficulty to share the screen right now. We have contacted the admin for about it. We are waiting for some response from their ends. We have a response here. Okay, they are on it, they say. So right now we don't have the third screen to show you the application, but still we can walk through the key feature, and then when we have access, we will present you the demo of the application. Since the application is basically running right now, we are polishing it, and we are adding more and more scene, more environment, VR environment for the release in 2 weeks. So basically, when somebody is getting in the application, you have a logging system, like any application you can see. We didn't innovate particularly in the login system, but basically, it's well encrypted and it's really secure. Once you're logged in, you'll be able to create an avatar. So once you create your avatar, the avatar creation is pretty complex. It's not complex to use, but there's a lot of customization you can do. Those customization are important in the VR world, since you don't see people physically. People need to identify themselves in the VR world. So it's pretty important to have avatar that people can relate to them. We have we use the low poly for avatar, and we use the low poly for a lot of scene in our app. Since the low poly, it's easy to cross-platform, and also low poly, it's pretty nice and looks like gaming a bit. And gaming, it's the way of learning, basically, of Alteredux. We are learning through gaming. The gaming industry in the VR industry is one of the most prominent one, and the education, I think, goes along. And you're able to create your avatars, and then when you create your avatars, you can create different type of games. So you have learning shooting games. You have non-stop coming stuff at you games, like it could be numbers, it could be letters. I can ask you to, we have somebody who want to join. It would be a pleasure, Tim, to have you join the conversation. I've accepted you, but as I accepted the screen of Pramod, it might not work. So hopefully you can join us in the call. Right now, so basically, when you create games, you can create different type of games. So all type of games will be customizable with letters, numbers, phoneme, the sounds, geometric forms, or even emotions. So you can basically teach anything with those games. If you do a lot of combination of those games, you got a full learning path. So basically, when you create your games, then you're going to select an environment where you're going to conduct those games, convey those games. So when the environment is selected, you will place the puzzles or the games or the quiz. It could be quiz. You can create quiz, different type of quiz, right in the application, and then you can put your quiz, games, your puzzles in the room, and set them as a condition to get out of this room. So when the environment is set up, you can invite people through a schedule. I'll go to the room. When the condition the condition of the room are set, you can invite anybody in, and they have to complete all the conditions to get out of the room. And that's where the learning pack will come to life. It's that they will be able to set other rooms. So if you're done with this room, let's go to this one. And all data and result that are done in the environment will be collected and graphically and nicely put in the reports for the educator and instructor to have. The time they took to do the puzzle, the number of time, the number of attempts they did to solve it, all those data will be kept and will be dealt with an AI machine. Other than that, when the games are created, you created a learning path. You can schedule learning session. You can schedule learning paths. You can assign learning paths to certain group. You can create groups. So group A, B, C, D. You have all members of your group. You can invite them through email. You can invite them through the web app. If you have already group created on the web app that we have, you will be able to have those group in the VR. Those group, you can assign individually task, or you can assign a task for the group. It could be a collaborative task or activity, or a individual activity as well. So once all games, your condition are created, you invited people in it, you can join the session with them if you like, or they can do the session by their own, and you'll have the result at the time they're done. And a notification that somebody did your learning path. Yeah, great. Yes, Pramod?
Yes, and you can send the reports. We will have a customized report, like if a student is performing on something, and if they miss something, and you can easily determine the student's ability in learning. Like if you are teaching a mathematics, and you put some problems, and you make them to play the games, and if they are unable to learn something, you can easily determine where exactly the student is lagging, and how exactly you can improve their skills in which particular part of their curriculum. This is pretty much possible. And yes, once you have the results, you can send it across to the parents, to the students, and whomever you like. You can conduct the test. You can conduct the games in form of test, and you can make them to uh, it is not going to be a boring test anymore with us. You can play the games, and they will be without much hesitation. They are going to play, and they are going to score. This
Exactly.
is our our goal is. And regarding the regarding how you guys are going to teach your students, as Jean mentioned, you can create the games, you can take to the different environments, and we have a huge library of the rooms where you can take them. Like you can take them to the nature, and you can teach them regarding the nature. You can take to the place where sci-fi things happen. You can teach them regarding the futuristic things, and you can take them to the regular classrooms, and you can take some serious classes over there, and you can go to uh, the World War II, and you can show them these are the characters who were involved in the World War, and what all the things happened, and you can quickly create a quiz over that, and you can ask them to you can ask the students to perform the quiz, and it is a kind of teaching, and teaching in an interactive way, and keeping them in a more engaging way. Uh, this is uh,
Exactly.
this is what exactly the Alteredux is doing. Uh,
We still have some problem with screen sharing right now. We cannot share our screen, so sorry if we cannot demo, but we will talk as much as we can of the app, so you guys can figure out what it is. If you want to have like live stream of it, we did a video of the live stream this morning. We will post it on the socials, so don't worry about this. As soon as it logs, we will be able to present it to you. I know somebody wanted to join the conversation. Unfortunately, I've added you, but it doesn't work. So it's not on our end. But sometimes I know those things are not easy. We are developers, so we know. Um,
and
right now,
we can
yeah, we were talking about, the death by PowerPoint. We try to, to eliminate this situation. A lot of people are dead in class right now because PowerPoint are boring to death. And we need to change this situation. So we need the way we're doing it is by customizing, like offering a flexible solution, fully customizable to the educator in an immersive and engaging way. So we start with traditional. We are based on the traditional system, and we will bring people from there to the beyond, the beyond education. I talk about creating group. You can schedule, you can manage all your schedule, you can connect it to your calendars, know when your virtual session will be and when your electronic session will be. It's one-stop shop where you have all the managing tools and all the teaching tools, teaching tools that you need to convey anything to anyone remotely. The reports and result, the platform is fully cross-play and cross-platform, so we can reach out the as much audience that we can. I think I don't forget anything. Yeah, I forget something about many people will do a lot of course and learning paths and build a lot of activity on the platform. It would be bad. It would be sad if those people cannot share their work or cannot even market them. So basically, there will be a game hub where everybody who wants to share, exchange, or sell their learning path to anyone who would have the same needs in the same needs in learning or in teaching than you. You will be able to sell your learning paths and your games that you created. Also, the platform will be able to serve as a presentation means. If we are in a school, sometimes there's a lot of problem of communication if you want to speak in between schools and showcase some things, or speak in between industries and showcase something. So already on the market, there's few solutions that are doing this. We are planning to do it also. We'll go for the corporate side. Right now, we're using VR technology. They'll be able to showcase whatever they want in VR technology, even download their own 3D assets. And we'll be able also to, if the file format they have is not compatible with our platform at the moment, they can send it to us and we will integrate it for them. But we try to give the more autonomy to the user, so they don't have to get in contact with nobody. They just do it and drag and drop, and always in an easy way. we are, yeah, so the importation of your asset are pretty important. And in the next phase where we want to go for corporate training and corporate assistance, corporate even because right now the platform will offer service and consultation with psychotherapists and all those things. And a psychotherapist can modulate, can customize the room for his needs. So we will go through mixed reality with a more professional, but not the professional, but more in a consultation means and training, live training means for the corporation. We already have a lot of things in the pipeline for this, and we are planning to go with the mixed reality on the next phase.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is going to be a big thing when we are going for the mixed reality, where where the regular classrooms and the 3D worlds are going to meet in a place. Uh, yes, there are certain challenges at the moment with the mixed reality, but definitely we are going in a direction where the mixed reality is going to be more accessible for the educational needs. Uh, yes, and you guys might think about the VR is a pricey solution, how we are going to overcome those things, and what are our strategies for building this. Yes, as Jean mentioned, this is a cross-platform where you can download these applications on your mobile phones and you can play with the joysticks, and you can play with the VR devices. VR available. Our application is going to be available on almost all the VR devices, from the Vive Rift and Quest and Go till the Cardboard. You can use our device, use our platform on any of the devices. And the good thing about this is we are going to come up with a solution for a cardboard. Uh, I think, Jim, you can show them the things, a glimpse of
Yes,
the.
of course, because one of the greatest barrier right now in the industry is the access to technology. So by giving access to a VR application through Cardboard, it lowered the cost a lot. So everybody got a cell phone in his pocket. If not, it's not a big investment for a company to have a few samples to have some cardboards. So from our side, we have a lot of cardboards like this one. So we have tons of it, and we will try to reach as much people we can with this device. And we also would like to get in contact with some device provider, and that would be willing to give those device, or but not really give, but at least to have a bulk price or something like that to schools. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of schools that we already in connection with that would be really willing to have this solution if it's at a price. But we are counting basically on the technology to the access to technology to lower its cost. But we are building a solution also to build partnership or to build awareness to lower these costs about the devices, since it would be tomorrow it would be everybody having it, and we need to put it in schools at first, so we educate people with it. So when they go out of school, the first thing they do, they buy a device anyway. So everybody gonna have one. It won't be a problem if we educate people how to use it. But right now, people are scared. They don't know how to use it, and this is the problem. So one of our strategy right now to educate people is on our platform, web platform, which is LMS, and the VR platform also, which is connected with. We're gonna ourselves create some e-course for people to understand how to convey course on remotely on the internet, not necessarily on our platform, but how to structure it. And we will ask a lot of educators already on board, and the one that will come on board, if they could by themselves just put at least one e-course on the platform to educate people in their language on how to convey remote course, and to educate developers and educators to communicate with each other, because there's a gap in there too. Educators would like a VR solution, but developers are not educators. So we need to connect both of those fields if we want to have more and more solution in the technology and education, the education technology.
Yes, and the other thing regarding the how we are going to scale it is something like we have a solutions on the mobile phone, as I mentioned earlier, and we have a solution that is coming down the line on the web platform, where you can experience almost all the things what you are going to experience in the VR. You can experience the same things uh, on the web platform, and it is going to be available on the Windows and Mac as well. So I think we are covering pretty much all the devices that is that can be accessible to the students and the audience. Uh,
I'm in communication right now with the admin, so you can fix the share screen matters. It's not, I don't know what's going on with this, but still it's not working. So maybe you can try again, Pramod, to share your screen.
yes, definitely. I'm going to.
We've tried a couple times since then, but it's still not working. But yeah, we were. Sorry, Pramod.
We were discussing about how we are going to scale our product, like without the VR devices. Also, our application is going to be accessible for the
Yeah.
students, and we are encouraging the VR platforms, but sometimes it is difficult to reach the maximum people. So we are being cross-platform, and we are trying to add as much devices as possible to reach out the customers.
Yeah, and I've worked with many clientele in the education sectors and the sector, and most of the clientele I had, it was clientele with no money at all. So how can they access the technology? This is the big challenge, and this is why we creating something that is cross-platform, cross-play, so we can get people on board at their rhythms. Right now, there's a lot of solution from governments. You can see in the UK, they gave 1,000 of computer to the one who need it. In Ontario also, they give free internet. I think $10 internet per month. So there's some solution that are going out right now to ease this transition, but the transition is happening, and there's no question about it. And everybody in have access close to everything in here, except when I'm on live, and everybody have the same opinion that we are at the pivot, and the pivot is strong right now, and since the COVID, it's stronger and stronger.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes,
this is about it right now. We cannot showcase our app since we cannot share the screen. It's unfortunate, but I encourage everybody to ask some question if you have. We will answer the best we can. We'll wait for your question. They're telling that they are looking into it. Yeah, it's on their end. They're fixing the issue. So we'll continue with questions. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. It will be a pleasure for us to answer. What are the main functionality of your platform if you want to describe it? Sebastian, the main functionality will be there's so much, but yeah, the main functionality: create an avatar, create environments, learning environments, create learning games, create groups, create schedule, and convey this in live or assign a curriculum to the groups, so they doing it by themselves, and then you have the result, and you can have two times a week a V meeting with them, a virtual meeting with them. So this is the functionality of the platform. Basically, you can convey any sort of presentation, meetings, and convey any sort of learnings, different through games. So there will be a lot of games and puzzles that we will put in place for people to customize for their needs, and as well as a lot of environments where they can put everybody in this environment to convey whatever they want. It could be a solar system. And there will be also static room where there will be some historical recreation where people will be able to put quiz and text on different animation and different situation in the recreation.
Yes, of course. And then we can, if we say the platform, these are the things. If we consider the whole product, we can tell it as a one-point solution for all your educational needs.
Thank you, Sebastian. How do you compare yourself to Engage platform if you know them? Yeah, we know Engage. We've seen their work. I've seen it in late in 2020 when they started with HTC. I saw it pop on my LinkedIn. I was pretty impressed of the work they did. They're pretty skilled. This is a nice platform. We will compare ourselves to Engage by the customization and the game and the way that we did some learning paths. Right now, we didn't present the learning paths in its full scale, since it's kind of a surprise. We want people to unbox it at the time we put the MVP out. We have a mechanic of learning that is different. We are working right now with Brainiac, which is a company that is doing a learning escape room. And we are for a university and college here in Canada. And we are working closely with them to create solution and learning paths that are different. There's a lot of things that I saw in Engage platform that we have developed also. I think there's place for both platform on the market, but we compare ourselves by the web solution that we are offering, and a lot of AI feature that we have.
And we have a lot of other things. We have a lot of other things that is integrated with our application, like as Jean mentioned, that our application is completely customizable, and these are the things that is going to make us stand out of the crowd. This is how.
Yeah, the flexibility of the application is really is fully customizable. Everything is really customizable. So this is where we will stand and we will differentiate also. Ariana, do you have any trial or demo we can try, or everything is customized? Right now, we wanted to demo it to you guys, but the screen sharing doesn't work. So that's why we're not showing the app right now. You cannot try it now, but 2 weeks from now there will be beta test where you can subscribe on our website, and we'll keep in touch with you for the beta testing, so you'll be able to try it. Yes, it can be used for corporate training, Ottoman. It's mainly where we're going on the next phase. We're gonna use VR and AR, so mixed reality, basically, to go there. Thank you, Ariana. Yeah, the demo, we wanted to show it to you, but yeah, we cannot. Basically, the customizable, it's like when you go in an environment, you can customize the environment. You can put asset in it. You have a huge library of asset. You can put different condition in the room to get out of it. Yes. So it could be an escape room, but it's always learning games. So basically, you create learning escape rooms.
Yes, in terms of corporate training, you have special access for the office and the meeting rooms and the conference rooms. That is pretty much available with that platform. And other than the normal education, what else you can do is you can meet the peoples, and you can. We do have a sophisticated web view where you can browse the things, and you can do the corporate meetings, and you can you can bring your PPT presentations in our application, and you can display the things. These are the things pretty much possible with our environment.
Yes.
We are supporting almost all the sectors for all the means of communications. We are supporting.
So exactly. And we use different polygons, the low poly, the high poly, and the simple poly for different means. So a lot of kids love the simple poly, and if you give them a game with the quality of graphics like Call of Duty, they won't like it. They will like the 2D things. So we create a solution that will fit every needs. So if you're a corporation and you like to bring a really complex 3D model, it will be possible also. You will be able to share it and present it to people in live, and a lot of customization will be able to be done, even polls inside the room for feedbacks.
Yes. And we do have a strong communication system in a place, like a number of people can join and they can speak. And we do have a messaging things where they can send the text messages to someone, and they can read the stuff. These are the things available for the communication.
Even if you wanna kill your student with a PowerPoint, you can do it in the room. Because right now we are, of course, we're trying to eliminate the traditional means of education, but of course we know that there's a lot of content right now that is still in those mediums. So we have everything on boards for you to present anything on a web browser. You can access your Drive, your Google Drive. You can go do a Google presentation if you like to your student in the rooms, and present them a YouTube video if you like.
Yes, and we can take a few more questions from the audience.
Yeah, of course. I'd like to hear you guys. Do you have any question about the application? Do you have any subject you wanted to raise about what we talked about? We're here with you.
Yes, the screen sharing is still loading.
Sebastien, thank you, Sebastien, for your interaction. What is the format of file you are using in Platform 3D Object? mostly FBX, I think. Yeah.
And most of the commonly available 3D formats we support.
Yeah. We support most of the formats, but a lot of our formats right now are in FBX, but we support other formats. Since we are using different poly, we face some time. That's why we are flexible about those file formats. Hope it answered your question. Yeah.
For the environment, I guess you will have a lot of things like you can customize. We have a large amount of the asset gallery. And if you especially want to bring some trees, and if you especially want to bring some items and prepare your environment, you're good to go and you can prepare it. But we have thousands of asset in our library. You can take any of them and you can arrange the environment as you guys require.
You can create. You can even set those asset as a condition. So if he had to find it, then it's the condition for him to win the first puzzle. Every games that you create, you can at the end of the game you can have a clue for the next one, and then go through it. So the asset could be you can put the code in an asset basically, but without coding it. By creating condition, what this asset will do and what is the condition.
You can just pick up the things and you can place it right in front of you. However you wanted to decorate your things, you can do it. Pretty much everything is possible with us.
Yes. Good question. How do you see the monetization of your platform? Right now, we are thinking about membership models. Right now, we already have the membership model on the web app. So the web application will also include this section of the company, which is the VR section. So we will have membership that is less costly for the people who wants only the web, the VR. And for the people who wants the web, they will have the VR with it anyway. So this is the approach we have. About pricing, we are still in discussion, but we are listening a lot to the users that will use. So we are discussing with the people that are interested right now to use the application. But we have a pretty good idea of what would be the cost. And it will be released at the same time of the MVP, and we'll see. We'll tell everybody the strategy here. Basically, this is a good question because I'm talking about the web app. I don't want like really showcase it here since it's a VR summit, but I'm gonna talk about a bit the web app. The web app is kind of a freelance market. It's not kind of, it's a freelance market learning management system. We'll say that in a few words. It's a freelance market learning management system. So you can access course by WebRTC through the app, manage your groups, manage your e-course, manage. You can do consultation, medical consultation, psychotherapy through video. You can manage your class and schedule. You can say an example. You'll have a e-course on Monday. You'll have a activity, a virtual activity on Tuesday, and we will meet on Wednesday in virtual world or in video. So that's basically the whole thing. It's the one-stop solution. The web app is the one-stop solution for remote education and remote work. So, but we focused on all education features. So, group creation, and for a school, there will be a school can be on the web app, and have some educator, and each educator will have their groups. So it's all it's a LMS system mixed with a SMS system, mixed with a freelance market. This is the web app, a big transformer. And there's a lot of great model in there. The WebRTC that we are developing for the web app will be also connected with the VR app. So people that want to join a room, a VR room, without being on a standalone, but they want to interact with their face, they'll be able, they'll be assigned a little robot and with a screen, and they will be able to interact with people even if they are on their desktop. So basically, the web app, it's a way to merge those two technologies together and to bring people to understand that the virtual reality have its place in education, and it could be a tool like the other tools that they know already. That's what it is. I hope it answers your question, Sebastian. Any other question, guys?
How are you doing your hosting for your platforms?
We're using cloud computing. We're not selling any platform here. But we're using cloud computing to scale. This is, we need a lot of computing power to run our app. The VR app is pretty light, but the web app it's heavier. But we managed to make a VR app that is pretty light, under the gig. So this is really a really lean application. It will run smooth. This is the whole point. So the hosted solution, it's the cloud. We are managing to make an architecture that is the more convenient for our solution, and that will scale the most with the solution, so we can have a kind of a pay-per-use approach with the cloud hosting. Not really. They are both. Yeah, I'll tell your question. The VR app is the user side, and the web app is the management side. Not really. Basically, they are all both for management and user. Basically, a user is a manager, can be a manager. Since if you're a school, you'll be using the platform, you'll be managing e-pros. So that's how we call the people on the platform. They are e-pros. So they'll be managing, like if your school, you have 10 e-pros, you'll be managing 10 e-pros. If each e-pros have 100 students, they'll be managing each 100 students. So there will be 1,000 students and 10 e-pros on the platform, with a school that will manage all the course of their e-pros, and the e-pros will manage all the students they have under them. So yeah, you can be an e-pro and just being an educator that sells his service on its own on the platform. If somebody is looking for a teacher tomorrow at 5, he can reach out to you and ask you if you're available. On your profile, it will be written that you're doing some video education or virtual education, and he will ask you for the service you want, and you'll be able to sell it to him. And you can do it in VR or in web, just to be sure everybody's on board. And at the time people are on board with the web, people will be interested of trying the VR. Since it's coming with the membership, they'll get into it, and then they start building stuff. And when educators start building stuff on the platform, on the VR platform, they are engaged in it, and they will keep going. They will keep building, and that's the whole point. To have a solution that is flexible enough so people can build on their own and create tons and tons of material. Hope I answer your question, Sebastian. Thank you, by the way, for the questions. It's pretty nice. So it pushes us to be more clear, and it gives a clearer portrait to the people watching. Yes, the web app gives access to the virtual world. Yes, it does. You can access the virtual world to the web app, or simply go on the web app and experience the VR world on your desktop if you like. Yeah, desktop version.
Yes, and also we do have a web version that is whatever you guys are going to experience in the VR, that is going to come in terms of a web module. Yes, that will also be available.
So people that don't have a VR device will be able to customize every room if they like, and to attend every meeting if they like in the VR world without being in a VR device. And they can activate their webcam to have a little robot that with their face like talking in it. So it will be it can like give access to everybody. It's this is the whole idea behind this also, because I've worked with a lot of people that that doesn't have access to technology. They were in a really difficult situation. So this is my experience of life. So that's why I'm building something that will be accessible. And I make sure that it is. Try to partner with people that will bring the VR also to the world by creating device or like offering device to a large amount of people. We already have schools that would be pleased to have like a VR solution that is affordable. So it's all about managing with big tech company right now that are developing devices. Thank you, Sebastian. Yes, tablet. The AR option right now, it's in the pipeline. We are not releasing it for the MVP, but for the official launch, there will be AR implemented. And after the official launch, we'll go to the next phase, and we'll implement the mixed reality. So there we'll work with institute and corporation to see their needs. Already a couple of institutes are interested, so we'll see. And we have already some content created in this way. Any other question, guys? If you have any question, we'll be pleased to answer. We don't have the product demo now since we cannot share the screen. Maybe we can try again, Pramod. I've reached the admin about it. They are working on the issue. So don't mind us, please. We wanted to show it to you. We're really excited to show this solution to you. It's a solution where we work hard to bring to the people. The solution is a lifetime experience of working with challenged people. So this is my experience of life, and it's mixed with a lifetime of experience of developing a company and VR company like Pramod have. He's really experienced in the domain. He's pretty well connected in India and the education sector and in the tech sector. So it's an honor to work with him and with the team. Saswara, we have Chirag, we have four people that in India that working with us on board. We have Mehdi from Morocco, Madhu from India also, and we have outside collaborators from Montreal and from all around Montreal in Canada that are helping us build games and to polish the application to make sure we don't forget any corners. So that we offer the solution that is really a fit for the needs of education of today, with real people behind it that working in with the students. By the way, I'm still working with students as we talk. I'm still employed by a school, and I'm doing online therapy with them. As soon as the MVP will go out, we'll go on trial with them, trying all the different games, the different means of communication, and we'll start from there. There's a couple of schools already in here and in India that are interested to deal with us. They are waiting for us to present our MVP, and at the time it's done, we're flying. So, any question, guys? I will be pleased to answer. We still do not have the sharing screen feature. We'll be here. We'll be showing the video of this morning. So you can see the product. This morning we had the sharing screen feature, so we shared the demo with people, and I invite you to go on our social so you can see this video.
Yes, and also we are going to present some demo videos, particular demo videos, which will give you the more information about the product. We'll be posting it on our socials. I think if you guys connect with our socials, you can check the product.
If anybody is interested to meet, to talk more about the product collaboration, how many people maximum do you think you can have in the same virtual space, multi-user? For now, 100 is good, but we didn't test more, so maybe a lot more, but 100, it's pretty smooth. We have no problem with 100 people. Yeah, 100 is good. Yeah, that's what I say. 100 is good. So that's where we at now. So maybe we'll scale up. We'll see when there's traction enough to have more than 100 people in the room. But I don't think there's a mean for it other than an event, like a big event, a conference, which is something that we might explore, since we have like all the infrastructure right now to have a lot of people in a virtual environment.
Yes, and also we do have a platform to put in touch with the people through the WebRTC. I think we are in a good shape to.
Yeah, because yeah, we can create event with both technology, virtual reality and WebRTC technology, so people can be in virtual as well as in camera, and people in camera will be seen too. So yeah, could be with WebRTC could go to 1,000. I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Can you describe the visuals of the avatar? you have in the virtual world. Yes.
Yes, go
It is
ahead.
basically a low polygon models that is available with us, and you can customize the hairstyles. You can customize the the way of the body, like you wanted to make in the. You can go with the different genders, and you can change the muscularity of the body. You can uh, change the path, and you can make him lean. Anything is pretty much possible with it, and you can have uh, tons of clothes that is ready with us. Like you can change the top, you can change the pants, and you can change the shoes, and many things are pretty much available with our platform. This is how I think we can describe the visuals of the avatars. And down the line, we have plans to bring the high polygon models and the realistic models into our application, so that the people can describe themselves in a more effective way, uh, with a different kind of avatars. And it is going to be a very cool thing, like a low polygon model and the high polygon model are meeting in the VR world. And
Yeah, this is the yeah, this is fun. We tried it right now. We have a couple of features that we didn't thought about it. This is like some mechanics that we have our particular that differentiate us. So we kind of keep it from ourselves till the launch. But we experience like in the VR both polygons, and it's really nice. It's kind of creating a beyond the in the beyond. So it's like you're going beyond the beyond. That's kind of weird. It's you're breaking the third wall. So it's yeah, it's pretty cool. So when you mix different polys, if you do it good, it makes something really special and that stand out. So basically, we are low poly mostly, but we have high poly C environment for any other any presentation or something like that. But we still have a lot of we have simple poly too for simple games and just block building and for geometric form creation.
yes, yes, Abhishek. I think we can get in touch, and we will communicate with you regarding the research and the other things with our product. Yes, yes. To give and quickly a quick recap about our product is it is a kind of one-stop solutions for the teachers and students who can collaborate with the VR platform and with our web platform, and they can make use of they can make use of uh, the the new way of teaching, the new way of teaching, and the new way of learning. They can do it with our platform. It is, and yes, apart from AR, VR, MR, and the apart from the extended reality, we do have a cross-platform for all the means of devices you're going to you're going to get connected. Like you can explore our applications through the mobile and through the web platforms and the desktop applications. Yes, it is. You can get in touch with our team, and we are going to give more introduction about our product in person.
Yeah, it will be a pleasure, and we'll get you in touch with you and send you a description of the product. And Sebastian, are you using a non-dev platform for your development? Yes, we are building on Unity. Unity, I think it's the tool out there. It's amazing. When I found out about Unity, I took the course. I took like right away. I took the course and I started building. And Building on my own was pretty long. I can tell you, I was pretty happy when I found Pramod. It was a long journey, but we're doing it on a Unity game engine.
Yes, we have a bunch of certified developers in our place, and we are doing it.
Yes, this is pretty. It's such a great tool. I love to work with that tool, seriously, even if sometimes it gives you a headache. But everything is give you a headache. This is development. But this is a great solution out there, Unity to build in. We are a startup. They are pretty good with startup also. We can scale with them. So this is the solution that we are using. I'm pretty happy about it. I was teaching Unity course at my school. Thank you very much, Sebastian. Of course, it would be a pleasure to get in touch with you. And thank you for your interaction in the presentation. It was really informative for everybody.
Yes.
Anyone else have some questions? Great. Looks like we pretty much did the whole tour. If anybody wants to reach us, you can reach us on the socials on LinkedIn. I'm answering as soon as I can. And right now we are in the event, so I'm trying to keep up with the event. So maybe after the event will be easier to have some meetings. But I'll make myself available anytime. If I'm not live, I'm available. If you have a question about anything technical, don't hesitate to reach Pramod. Pramod is pretty skilled, everything about the company. Even though I'm the CEO, he's my half brain. It's like we have two hemispheres, you have one, so you can reach out to him. He will answer question also. Pramod is pretty skilled in what he's doing. So thank you, everybody. I wish you a nice summit, and we'll be back online as soon we'll be back online. We will let you know 1 hour before, and we'll tell you on the socials and on the chat here. Pramod, it's pretty late now. We are all in different time zones. So Pramod is in India right now. It's 9+ for me. So it's 11 right now. He's going to go off for the night. And for myself, I'm gonna keep on with networking for the couple hours. If you want to reach out to me, I'll be available. I have a couple of meetings, and I'm trying to be as available as I can. So I wish you all a good summit, guys, and see you on the event, and see you on after the event. And let's collaborate and build the future. Goodbye. Thank you, Pramod. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mehdi, and thank you, Madhu, for everything. I know you guys are here. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye.